Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use a different program where we can draw like a rectangle there. I'm going to go 3 seconds so that I can show you how to delay that photo. Then I'll take one here, and this one here, I'll wait another 3 seconds. Then I'll create some circles. There, wait about 4 seconds, that way I can show you how to delay the thing. Then we're going to go ahead and draw the door, and from that, then we're going to go ahead and draw this window, and we'll wait a few minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and draw this apartment here. And we're going to use this program. It's like Adobe Illustrator, but it's a free program. All right, everyone. The way we're going to accomplish this is by using two programs. One of them is VideoPad Professional, and the next one is going to be a free Illustrator software program that you're going to use. You have to create an account. It's free. It's similar to Adobe Illustrator. Has some of the features, but not quite as nice. But it'll get the work done if you don't want to spend what's that, $500 a year. So you can get this done for free. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to close this so I can show you how to get to this program later. So we're going to create a new file in VideoPad. So I'm going to click on VideoPad. I'm going to create a new project. Earlier I had created a video, and we're going to put things on top of this video. So that's what I'm going to show you. So I have this on my desktop. I'm going to grab this video and just place it right here where it says videos. I don't care if it says sequence, audio, or image. Once you drag it in this location, the program knows exactly what folder to put it in. I'm going to grab this movie and I'm going to put it in the timeline down here. So if I drag it, I'm going to stick it in video track 1. So this is the video that I recorded earlier. Now, and here's what. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use a different. Now, one thing you do want to make sure is that this thing completely renders. Okay, so if you don't have a real fast machine, you don't want to start starting to drag things before this thing finished rendering. Okay, I have a real fast machine, so it only took seconds for this thing to happen. If you have an old machine, this could possibly take a while. You'll see this thing, it'll be like a blue bar, and it gets all the way to the end. So make sure that you allow enough time for that. Okay, now the next thing you want to do, and this is very important, is the image that we bring in to vectr. I think that's what it's pronounced, but the free program, you want to make sure that that image is exactly to the size of this. So what I'm going to do while I am on VideoPad, I'm going to right click here under the sequence preview. I'm going to go to take snapshot of sequence. I'm going to select the 920 by 1080 format, and what you'll see on the left hand side is going to create an image. You see how it created a snapshot. At this point, I can't drag this and put it on my desktop because it's being used by this program. And even though I can right click on the image and open file location, it still is not going to allow me to drag it out of here. So what I'm going to have to do is first I need to save this so that I don't have to start from scratch. And if I save the project, I'm just going to name it something, name it that how easy it is to create a rectangle and square, right? But one thing you want to do is save it in the right format, which is .vpj. Otherwise, I don't think it'll save properly. So I'm saving it to the desktop, and I'm going to hit save. Before we continue, I want to make sure that it, and before we close it, I want to make sure that it's saved on the desktop. Now, if you hit Window E for Explorer, and you go to the desktop, you'll see it. Let me see. Here it is right here. So that's the one I saved. Now, before I close this, I want to make sure that I have this file open, because, you know, I right click to find the location, right? So I can go ahead and close this now. So once I close it, now I can actually move this over to my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and put it on my other monitor. That way it won't get in my way. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to that program that I was telling you. So if you go on World Wide Web, click up here and just type vectr.com, you're going to come upon this site. Now you'll have to create a new account. It's not going to ask you for money. It's not going to ask you for no credit card, and you just create an account, and it's free. So I already have all of that, so I'm going to open up my login, and it automatically opens it up. This is what it's going to look like for you once you signed up. We're going to create a new artwork. Remember, guys, it's real important that you pay attention to every step that I'm telling you, because everything has to come in there perfect. Okay? Well, it don't have to be perfect, but I like it to be as close as possible to perfect. So when we're going to create this new file, I'm going to call it image 01. Oops. Okay? That way I can keep up with it. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to change this into inches. You see where it says 72 dpi? I like using 96 dpi. Gives me a much crispier and nicer image. You see this 640 by 640? If I go in here right now and change this to a 8.5, look what happens. My width and my height is the same. That's not what I want. If I unlock this, I can change this to a 11. Because we don't know what the image is going to be at this point. So we're going to start with this. And you can make it any size, because as long as you reduce it proportionately, everything will work. Now, this is just what I like working with. And we're going to create this file. So as you notice that this is an 8.5 by 11 now. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring that image in here. Two ways of doing that. You can go to the cloud here and upload the image by clicking there, or you can get that image, drag it right here. Now when it comes in, it's going to come in real huge, because it's a big file. So I can click on that image. You see right here. Now this part, you do want to have it proportionate. So we're going to change the width to 8.5 and hit enter. Now the height, it automatically made it that size, because it proportionally reduced it once I changed it to 8.5 width. Now I do want to go in here and change my X and Y coordinates to 0. Okay, and now the height of it is 4.7813. I'm going to copy that into my pasteboard, or you can write it down and then type it later, because at this point we want to change the document size accordingly to the size of the image. Very, very important. That's how you're going to bring this thing in the right position. So if you click here where it says pages, you're gonna unlock. You're gonna click on the height. You're gonna hit Control V, which, remember, that's the size of the image, and make sure it's still back in inches and 96 dpi. Now that that's done, I'm gonna hit Enter so that it takes the measurements and everything. I can close this. If I click here, I always want to make sure that I'm at 0 coordinates. The X and Y coordinates I want it at 0, and the rotation at 0. Now, before we even start, one thing you want to do is go ahead and lock that image in position, because if you are drawing, okay, and let's say that you thought you were drawing, but you didn't hit this, and you left click and drag, look what happens. You see, it moved the image. So to keep that from happening, okay, Control Z. Okay, to keep that from happening, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock this in place. And the way we're gonna do this, there is this thing called layers. If I click on layers, I can, you see that this is an image, and I'm gonna lock it. Now I can't accidentally move that, because I want that at 0 coordinates at all time. Okay, now we're going to start drawing. The way I created my video, I talked about, I pointed at this first, then I pointed at this, then I pointed at this, this, and this. So we're going to create those things in the same order on how I am talking on the video. And I paused, and that way I can show you how to stretch the image while you're talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to enlarge this one. This is my first one. I'm going to click here where it says Pen Tool. If you see a green bar at the left, that means you activated the Pen Tool. Now we're going to click and drag, click and drag. At this point, it's black on black and it's hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this outline into a red outline. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to change it to red. And the inside, I don't want it to be that color. I really want to click on that color. I want it to be white with opacity of 0. Okay, so now you can go and you can just click off of it, and then you can click back off and on that. It gets rid of the dialog box. Now I'm going to continue drawing. So I'm going to left click, drag, 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 and close the path. What I'm going to do, and then so this is the next one. So I'm going to draw a couple of them, and then I'll fast forward. That way you don't have to listen to this over and over. Okay, so again, we're going to click on the pen tool. I'm going to enlarge this larger so it'd be easier for me to draw, and I'll move it down a little bit. So okay, so here I'm going to click, drag, 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 close. So the next thing was the circle, right? Now, This is the first one that we talked about. So if I click on these shapes, I can click on the circle and just press left click, and it created a circle. Now you can't see it because it is the color of it is none, and the border at this point is sitting real small. So we're gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna enlarge it because I want to change all the sizes all at one time. So now while I have that one selected, I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna click down here, enlarge, hit Control V, change, move it over down here. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is draw the doors, this and that, but I'm gonna fast motion all of this, okay? Okay, so looks like I lost it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the the width of the, here, let me enlarge this area here, the size of the borders, right? So I'm going to change them to 3 point. 3 point is actually 0.04 of an inch. So All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go in and export each one of these items separately because it's going to be placed on a timeline, uh, on a timeline. So we'll do this one first, then we'll do this, 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 and this. So we're going to have to export these things. And the way I'm going to accomplish this is by going into my layers. I'm going to turn everything off except, like, I don't need the image. This is the only one that I need. Okay, so I'm going to turn the rest of them off. This is how you turn them off. See, that's the only one I have. That's going to be the very first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. So I'm going to export. I want to change it into a PNG, and everything's set. So I'm going to download and then call it image 1. I'm going to close that. Then the next one I want is this one here. Okay, so I'm going to export, download, close, turn it off, turn back the next one, download, close, next one, all right. So now to get those images, they're all right in here. So I can click on the first one, tell it to show all, right? I'm going to get these images and I'm going to stick them on my desktop because it'll be easier to explain what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab them and stick them in my hard drive, and I'm actually going to organize those. So let me grab this images. So this is number 6, that's number 5. Here, let me move those down a little bit. Number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and actually that's the first one. Okay, so I'm going to grab those and put it on a different monitor. That way it'd be easier for me to handle this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into VideoPad, and that's the file that we created earlier. Now, so I want to have this timeline, this little line, going to where I start pointing at the first location. Okay, so I'm going to click up here and I'm going to hit play. Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to use a different program where we can draw. See, I started pointing there, right? So that's where my first PNG will go, and I'm going to stick it. Oh, first stick it up here, okay? And then you see this track 2, that's where you want it. So here's my very first one, and I'm going to snap it to that line right there. So when I hit play, right now, if I hit play, watch where this thing shuts itself off. From here to here, which is going to be 3 seconds, it's going to shut itself off. But I talk slow enough so that I could stretch that timeline for you. That way we can I can show you how to do that. So I'm going to hit play. Like a rectangle there. I'm going to go 3 seconds. You see how it disappeared? I can show you how to delay that photo Now, as I point there, I can even inch it back a little bit or go forward a little bit, and I can grab this first rectangle and snap it to that. Now watch again. So if I hit play, we can draw as I point up there, rectangle there. I'm going to go 3 seconds, and then so I delayed it by stretching it. Then I'll take one here. Now, so it's kind of hard to move this thing going back and forth. So the easiest way to do this is by going and go one click backwards where I decided to stop this thing. So I'm going to click there. Oh, I went all the way. Sorry about that. So I can go forward. So I'm going to go one clip at a time, which is that's the only clip we have there. Now I'm going to do this next one. So it would be this image here. I'm going to get that image, snap it right there, and so as I go point to the next one, which is going to be this one, I'll stop the video and then stretch this one to it. So watch this one here, and this one here, I'll wait another 3 seconds. Now I started pointing there. So this one here, I'm going to make it go all the way to there. Look, see? If I hit another 3 seconds, you see? Now, so I'm going to go back to backwards here. And as I'm pointing to this one, I want that image, right? So that's going to be image, this one right here. That's why I put them in order, so we wouldn't have to be looking for these things. Okay, now I'm going to slap that guy right there. I'm going to turn it on until I start pointing at the next one. I'll create some circles there. See? So I'm going to stretch this one there. Grab my next image. I got to be real careful that I get the right ones. Okay, so it's this one. Grab that, snap it to that red line, hit play. There, wait about 4 seconds, that way I can show you how to delay the thing. I started pointing there. I can go ahead and stretch this to there. Now, at this point, this is going to be on top of me, and I could make it look. So watch this. Look, if I look, I hit play. Watch what's going to happen. There. Wait about 4 seconds. That way I can show you how to delay the thing. Then you're going to go. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to stretch it to right there. Now I am going to place the next one, which is the door. I'm going to snap it to the red line. I'm going to play the video until the door, the next point is here. So I'm going to hit play. I'm going to go ahead and draw the door, and from that, then we're going to go ahead and draw. Okay. So I'm pointing at that one, so I can go ahead and bring that image. And well, first what I want to do is bring this timeline all the way down here. And now I'm going to grab that image, snap it to that red line, hit play until I start pointing to this one. Make sure you hit play. This window. We'll wait a few minutes, then we're going to go ahead and see. I started pointing there, so I can go ahead and grab this, snap it there, and do the last one. So there, I'm going to snap it to that red line, I'm going to hit play until I stop pointing at it. See? So I can move this all the way to here. And so this is what it's going to look like. So let me start from the beginning. And so let's go ahead and hit play. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use a different program where we can draw like a rectangle there. I'm going to hold 3 seconds so that I can show you how to relay that photo. Then I'll take one here, and this one here, I'll wait another 3 seconds. Then I'll create some circles. There, there, wait about 4 seconds, that way I can show you how to relay the thing. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw the door, and from that, then we're going to go ahead and draw this window, and we'll wait a few minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and draw this apartment here. And we're going to use this program. Okay, guys. So, so let's say that you wanted to explain what you were doing, and you wanted to draw this. No, excuse me. You wanted to put some text up there on the top, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy some text that I had prepared, and I'm going to go wherever you start is where it's going to put the text. And I want to make sure that I select this top one, okay, right here. Because if I click here and place the text, it's going to put it here. It's going to move everything and mess everything up. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to take it all the way to the end. I am going to add text. Okay, I'm going to do simple text. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Okay, so I am going to paste that in there. Right now, you see this is what it's going to look like. This line is longer than what I have up there, right? So I'm going to go all the way to squares, hit an enter, change it into 2 lines, and that worked okay. And I could actually go in and you know, reduce the font size. So we're going ahead and change it to 7 just for grins. You see how it got reduced a little bit, and then I can click off of it. Now at this point, oh man, I messed up. I hope that everything didn't move over to the right. So let me move this down here. And let me see if that messed something up. Okay, so you see, I didn't want it on track 2. I wanted it on track 3, and I hope that didn't mess up my video. So let me start playing this video and see if it messed it up. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use a different program where we can draw like a rectangle there. I'm going to hold 3 seconds so that I can show you how to relay that photo. Then I'll take one. No, so everything worked good. Thank God. Okay, so now everything is in sync, and we have now the thing here. You see how you can't see that text that I put in here, right? So let me go ahead and pause this, and I'm going to take it all the way to the front. This time I'm going to stretch this text that I did. I'm going to move it to the right, and now look. Well, I'm going to just take it all the way to it snaps to the end. Okay, so if I play even starting from right here and hit play, there, see now the text is there. Wait about 4 seconds. Now, this is really working better than it looks. It just, once we save it, everything's going to line up to each other. uh,
the door.
yeah, because what I did here doesn't have nothing to do with what we had there. So let me pause it, go over to the end, and hit play again.
Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use a different program.
And right now, you see how it's stop is playing here. So let me finish this so you can see how it really works. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go here, export video. I am gonna export file. I'm gonna take it to the desktop. Let me see, desktop. I'm gonna hit save, create, and what I'll do is I will pause. Yeah, let me pause it for a second on my video. Now I went ahead and restart it. Now, so let's see what that video looks like. Okay.
Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to use a different program where we can draw like a rectangle there. I'm going to hold 3 seconds so that I can show you how to relay that photo. Then I'll take one here, and this one here, I'll wait another 3 seconds. Then I'll create some circles.
So you see, you know, even though it looks like the program is lagging, it really ain't. It's just the way it does when you're trying to do a preview. But as you notice, everything is really working good.
From that, then we're going to go ahead and draw this window, and we'll wait a few minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and draw this apartment.
So guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope this was a little helpful. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. I know there was a lot of steps here, and if you like it, I hope you return to my video channels. I teach a lot of different programs. Again, I can't thank you enough for watching my videos, and we will see you on the next video.